Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Essence of Pandora. Today, I'm sharing a deeply personal story, a journey of overcoming something many of us struggle with but often don't talk about: lust. Lust is a powerful force. It has the ability to take hold of our minds, our hearts, and our lives in ways we don't always see coming. If you're anything like I was, you may have experienced the constant pull of lustful thoughts, those fleeting moments that start as small temptations but grow into bigger battles. And before you know it, you're caught in a cycle that feels almost impossible to break. But here's the truth: there is hope, there is a way out. And I'm here today to share with you how I overcame those struggles and how you can too. My story begins in a place of confusion. Lust was something I had known for years, but I never fully understood its power until it began to dominate my thoughts. As a young man, I was raised in a world where external desires and instant gratification were praised. Whether through media, relationships, or social pressures, the idea of seeking pleasure without thinking of the consequences was glorified. For a long time, I thought of lust as just a part of being human, something everyone dealt with. But the more I gave into it, the more I realized how empty it made me feel. It was like I was chasing something that could never truly satisfy me. Lust wasn't just a physical desire. It was a mental and emotional craving that affected every part of my life. It stole my focus, distorted my sense of self-worth, and kept me stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and shame. One night, I hit a breaking point. I was alone, reflecting on my life, and I realized something that shocked me to my core. I was living a life based on fleeting desires, not purpose. Lust had become a part of who I was, and I didn't know how to break free. I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to live a life of integrity, to experience true peace, and to walk in a way that aligned with my values. But breaking free from lustful living wasn't going to be easy. It wasn't just about controlling my urges. It was about changing my mindset, my understanding of who I truly was and what I wanted out of life. The first shift I had to make was realizing that lust is a temporary fix, not a long-term solution. Lust feeds off instant gratification. It promises satisfaction, but it leaves you empty. I had to ask myself, what do I really want? What am I truly seeking in life? And when I dug deeper, I found that what I was really longing for wasn't temporary pleasure. It was peace, connection, and a sense of fulfillment that comes from a life lived with purpose. The second realization was that lustful thoughts are often rooted in deeper emotional needs. For me, lust was an escape. When I was feeling lonely, stressed, or insecure, I turned to lustful thinking as a way to numb those feelings. But instead of solving anything, it just made the pain worse. I had to learn how to sit with my emotions, to process them in healthier ways. I began to focus on building my self-worth, understanding that I didn't need external validation to feel whole. The third step in overcoming lust was to shift my focus to a higher purpose. Lust thrives when we're disconnected from our true selves. But when we reconnect to our deeper values, our desires shift. I began focusing on what truly mattered: my relationships, my growth, my contributions to others, and my spiritual well-being. I realized that when I chased something bigger than my own desires, life began to feel more meaningful. Instead of focusing on satisfying my fleeting needs, I began to focus on building a legacy. on cultivating healthy relationships, and on serving others in a way that honored my true self. But overcoming lust wasn't just about changing my thoughts, it was about changing my actions. Discipline became key. I had to establish boundaries in my life. I had to learn to say no to things that triggered those desires. Whether it was certain media, certain environments, or certain people, I realized that freedom comes from discipline, not indulgence. I began replacing old habits with new ones. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media or watching things that fueled lustful thoughts, I started practicing mindfulness, exercising, and spending time doing things that brought me joy and fulfillment. Another vital change was learning to embrace self-control, understanding that real strength isn't about giving in to every impulse, but about choosing a better path. I began to practice meditation, reflection, and prayer, tools that allowed me to regain control of my thoughts. And slowly but surely, the cravings for lustful living began to lose their grip on me. It wasn't perfect, and it wasn't immediate, but I began to notice a shift. I started feeling more at peace with myself, more grounded, and more in control of my life. I realized that true freedom isn't found in indulging in every desire. It's found in mastering your desires, in choosing what truly matters over what feels good in the moment. Another vital change was learning to embrace self-control, understanding that real strength isn't about giving in to every impulse, but about choosing a better path. I began to practice meditation, reflection, and prayer, tools that allowed me to regain control of my thoughts. And slowly but surely, the cravings for lustful living began to lose their grip on me. It wasn't perfect, and it wasn't immediate, but I began to notice a shift. I started feeling more at peace with myself, more grounded, and more in control of my life. I realized that true freedom isn't found in indulging in every desire. It's found in mastering your desires, in choosing what truly matters over what feels good in the moment. Remember, it all starts with a shift in mindset. It's about recognizing that you're not your desires. You're more than what you feel in a moment. You are a person of purpose, a person with dreams, and a future that extends far beyond fleeting desires. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonates with you, please share it with others who might benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe to Essence of Pandora for more inspiring stories and messages of growth. Until next time, keep growing, keep thriving, and keep seeking true fulfillment.